over these logs. Incredible. Jay, come on in. I have to ask a question. Is that a new bike after last year?
No, it's the same bike, believe it or not. Totally survived, no problems at all.
We were all a bit shocked by that. If you look on the Royal Enfield stand, a lot of them have got ABR t-shirts with a photo of this guy, not content with going massive out the pit, he had his hand off the handlebar as well, on purpose I might add, not a blowout. Jake, again, you're one of these guys who's come from a racing background, motocross, dirt track, we met a lot of times at dirt track. You've ridden these bikes, you've probably done a lot more riding on these bikes more in recent years than you ever had before. How has it been? You used to super lightweight competition bikes, how has it been jumping onto an adventure bike?
I mean, yeah, it's been a little bit different. I mean, for sure the bikes are a little bit heavier, but you know, this Himalayan it's nice and small, it's nimble. I don't really notice the weight too much. You know, once you get rolling with it, it just seems to take whatever I can give it.
That sounds like a promise. Jake, we're going to get you out onto the course now, get you to do some riding. We want to see. Do we want to see big jumps out the pit? Absolutely. We'll get him off now. So the Hemi is riding there. It's obviously the new Himalayan 450, Himalayan Hemi 450. It's got the rally kit, so it's got the rally seat, the rally side panels on the back. A set of Dunlop 50/50 adventure tyres on it. This bike is one of those bikes that really catches you by surprise because the old Himalayan was quite a docile, unassuming thing. It was bulletproof and it chugged on through everything you threw at it, but it wasn't a sporty bike in any way. This new one, they've taken what made the old one good, that toughness, that easy to ride feel, and then they've added a whole load of performance on the top. So it's now got proper 200mm suspension travel, it's got shower fork upside down, it's got a big disc brake on the front, which was one of the complaints on the earlier bike about the brake being a bit weak. It has GPS built into the dash, it's got Google Maps as standard on the dash, so you plug your phone in, you get Google Maps. No one cares what I'm saying now because everyone wants to see Jake come out of the pit, don't they? Absolutely massive! Jake Eady, that was fantastic! That boy is absolutely wild, he must have ankles made of steel. So yeah, it's got Google Maps on the dash and it can do that, which is a lot for a 6,000 pound motorcycle. As well as that, it's one of those bikes that it's just easy to ride. It's very well balanced. You know, a lot of people look at the weight figure and are put off, but if you go and get a test ride on one, when you stop, it doesn't immediately want you to put your foot down. It's a really well balanced machine, which makes it easy to tackle trails, and if you're so inclined, get up to the stuff that Jake's doing. You're going to get him through the bog of doom. There's a little mini bog of doom now. Let's give him a round of applause as he comes into this arena. We need him to hear some noise. That was seriously impressive on the Hemi. Big jumps, a leg up, wild man! The heart's going. Jake Eady, you're an absolute hero. Are we done? Have your ankles set enough? No. No, he's not. We're going to get him over the jump. Big launch to the downslope. Absolutely no limits. All the GoPros they put on him have had a hard time there. Do we want to see some log action? Let's have a round of applause. Let's hit some noise for Jake Eady. Absolutely awesome, dude. How high did you go at? Did you mean to go that high?
No, I don't think I did, to be fair. I'm feeling that one in my ankles.
Jake, that was absolutely magic. Have you got one more jump in you for us? What do we want? Do we want logs? Do we want dirt pile? They want dirt pile one more time. Let's get one more jump. I think I'm going to insist they retire this bike after this year. The poor thing. It's meant for adventure travel, Jake. Let's get him. Let's make some noise. Let's get him over the jump. Mr. Jake Eady launched into that downslope. Fantastic riding. So if anyone ever tells you can't take adventure bikes off-road, you need to send some photos from tonight of what these guys have done because they are absolutely fantastic. Big wheelies up the hill to finish. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Jake Eady! Absolute wild man. Can we have a huge round of applause for the one and only Iron Horse, and some bloke called Adam on top of it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Adam Riemann. It's the bike we all want to see, carburetors. Adam, it's amazing to have you back with us this year, and this thing, tell us the story of this bike, in brief version.
Yeah, I like the 30-second version. When I found the original one in Norway and I fell in love with the XRV 750, I shipped it back home. People were messaging me saying, if you need any help, it's got parts. Some dude imported one in his own time back to Australia, and turns out he was like half an hour down the road from me. I went, I had a look at it. It was just a rusty, plump, forgotten thing, in his shed, and I forced him to kind of sell it to me. So I had a spare. I'm really, taken by these bikes.
What's the one thing that draws you to this stuff over a new motorcycle?
Look, I'll just say it, and it's pretty obvious. We're in an expo of modern technology, and all the best bikes available are here. But the ones that are the most successful are the ones that, become like your friend. Because if you're actually serious about up in the morning, it's just like my companion's with me, and it's going to carry me. And honestly, I can go and ride everything and anything, but I'm so happy just to be on the horse. And I'm going to do my best to keep it in my back pocket and treat it with the respect it deserves. But it's just good to bring it here and showcase an era of motorcycling.
So if you haven't seen Adam's stuff, Adam has been an adventure rider, a racer, a filmmaker for years and years and years now. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel. He's got not just bike reviews or tests, he's got a lot of stories he tells, and he crafts this kind of emotional journey around a bike that I think a lot of people have fallen in love with over the last few years. From old videos of early two-strokes riding the KTM 300 two-strokes, through some of his bigger adventures and trips, and through to his big bike builds. This isn't the first one of these big builds he's done quite a few now. And this Iron Horse one on the Africa Twin is one of his most popular. It's been an absolute revelation to people. And there's a lot of different types of riders out there. There are people who want to go to their bike, turn the ignition and ride it, and for them, it's where they're going, it's the journey, it's the ride that matters. But I think there are a lot of us that like to turn the ignition and breathe a sigh of relief when it actually fires up, and are looking forward secretly to getting the spanners out and having a little tinker and a little fiddle. We've all got that one mate who, as soon as your bike plays up, they're straight there with the toolkit, and the bikes like this really speak to that. Let's see if he's going to be as gentle as he promised out the pit. If that's treating her gently, poor bike. So he's riding around. So again, it's all about that journey, that feeling involving not just riding a bike, but maintaining it, looking after it, modifying it, improving it. And that's something Adam's stories tell better than pretty much anyone else I've seen. So we're going to get him back around the top of the special test now. We hear the roar of that V-twin. Let's give him a huge cheer as he comes back into the arena, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Adam Riemann, and the real star of the show, the Honda Africa Twin Iron Horse. Getting around onto the logs. Beautifully done. My favourite bit is the way the big old indicators flap like they're trying to take off when it goes off the back of the logs there. It's coming back for another look. Beautiful riding skill there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a massive round of applause. Mr. Adam Riemann. You jumped from Enduro onto the Tenere. Obviously you've done some pretty mind-bending stuff on it. How was it racing this at Romaniacs?
To be honest, it was quite the challenge in the beginning. The first year was really hard. I've never raced a raceback Tenere before, so you have to change your mind a little bit. You have to respect it, and you have to be really mature to not end up in a ditch somewhere. So it was a big challenge, but I developed myself as a rider over the years, and now I feel really good, so I'm enjoying it a lot.
That's a full convert. We'll let you get your helmet back on. We're going to see some more of your antics in this arena. But yeah, it's amazing seeing so many of these enduro riders. We have all known as a group, we've all known that adventure bikes are awesome for a long time, but it's amazing now that more and more people I speak to in enduro world and motocross world, even at the top level like Kevin, have come across and started really seeing how much fun you can have on these twin cylinder bikes. Let's get them over these logs. Incredible control, ladies and gentlemen. Balancing throttle, clutch and back brake. He'd like a little bit of noise for that. He'd like a little bit of noise. More noise than that. Let's see what he's going to get up to next. He's coming down for a look at the jump. Let's see how he goes. Absolutely massive. Huge launch on that bike. Let's have some more noise for Mr. Kevin Gallas. Wheelie into a jump, using all of the suspension travel on that extreme there. Back into the logs, he wants some more noise. Absolutely insane. Look at that, and he hasn't actually ridden around this arena yet. He's just turned up, jumped on a bike and sent it. Does anyone want to see Kevin hit the logs again? Let's have a look. One more running, you can tell what's going to happen. The tires are all there. Absolutely huge, tapping that back brake in the rear air to bring the front wheel down. Up and back over the big logs again. One more run through. No, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin Gallas. That was pretty special, dude. Do you reckon we can get one more big jump over the dirt to finish off with? I reckon. Do we want that? Absolutely. Let's get one more shot for the album. Kevin Gallas with a big send. And a look to the cameras, cheeky. Jack's day job, despite being a world championship level trials rider, Jack's day job is in a bike dealership. He lives and breathes bikes, and he jumps on one of these every year and makes the rest of us look ridiculous. So, Jack, we're looking forward to seeing today. Mr. Miravet, hello, welcome to England, welcome to our little slice of the world. Can you tell the people a little bit about what you do with it? What's your role with Honda in the Africa Twin?
Right now, I'm ambassador of Honda Adventure Roads. As you know, it's a trip that is organized by Honda around the world. And my job is create content around the world with the Africa Twin and prove this is the best bike you can ride every day. Even you go to work, you work with your wife, you go off-road. So please, big applause for this bike. Come on!
Yay! He's also got a future shot of my job. You're the best hype man here. Now, some of the stuff you've done, obviously you came from an off-road background. At what point did you jump onto these big bikes and start doing the crazy stunts we've seen?
So all was about the COVID. I ride World Enduro Championship for 10 years. My best year was just before COVID. I was 4th in the world. And COVID happened, so budgets cut. I had no money, no nothing. I said, I need to do something. I need to pay the bills, if not my wife. So I start filming content with the Africa Twin because we see the market and it's working really good. And after that, it's all on social media. Honda from day one say stop racing. We go all in with the Africa Twin, and right now we are hitting 500 million views every year.
Ladies and gentlemen, give this man a round of applause, right? As much as we love hearing you speak, we want to see you ride. So we're going to send these guys off for another lap now. They've chosen to use the non-DCT version of the Africa Twin. This bike is obviously available in the DCT. Off you go, boys. And a lot of the guys who ride them, especially the guys at the Dave Thorpe Off-Road School down in the south of England there, the DCT bike is such an easy thing to ride. It makes clutch control a thing of the past. You can just pull away smoothly. The only place that bike starts to need more is when you're doing the sort of things these boys are doing, the big vertical wheelies, the massive jumps. So they've chosen the regular clutch version of the Africa Twin. Right, here they go. They're dropping into the bomb hole, ladies and gentlemen. First up, Jack's absolutely flying there. Big powder of dust when he lands. Here comes Kiri. A no-legger straight out the bat. And if you've ridden this trail, you'll know these off-camber turns are absolutely treacherous. The boys have prepped the bikes with some pretty aggressive off-road tyres, but it's so easy to get caught out on those cambers. Big drift up there. Big wheelies from Jack. Let's have another wheelie from him. Nice and high. Beautiful control there from Jack. Here comes Kiri. Off the jump. Whoa! Sending it out of the jump there. This looks ominous. This wasn't planned.
Come on, I think we need a bit of noise, please. We have an idea. So please, come on, keep the noise up. I will have an idea. Come on, we're going to try to jump the speaker. So please, big noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a massive applause for the lunatics, Jack Challoner and Kiri Merrimat. You had me sweating there, mate. Not just riding the logs, but wheeling them there. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Challoner. I don't know if you can see the relief on his face there. Absolutely fantastic bit of riding there. Let's give him a cheer, let's get him over it, come on! Absolutely to the moon, to the flat. We put this jump in so they could jump downhill onto the downslope, and he's completely ignored that and jumped to flat at the top. I love it. Absolutely fantastic. Let's have one final round of applause for Jack and Kiri and the Honda Africa twin. Absolutely mind-blowing. So we're going to send Lee round for his second lap now. We're going to get out on the Ducati. And again, with the same with this bike, they've modified it to use the off-road tyres. This is the rally version of the Desert X, so it's got the longer travel suspension, a little bit more high seat height, stuff like that. A stoppie on grass. A stoppie on grass, ladies and gentlemen. And again, as Tom mentioned, genuinely this morning, Lee was fitting a boiler, and then I think about half an hour ago he was told he was going to be riding in the display. So just a little testament to him there. He's not a professional motorcyclist, he's just a very, very good amateur, and he's going to make all of us look like amateurs as he's riding around here. But give him a cheer, let's get him over the log set. Ladies and gentlemen, I did warn you, you might have to jump out of your seat, so let's have a massive round of applause for Lee and the Ducati Desert X. So Lyndon, as many of you will know, has made an incredible name for himself, not just racing races like the Dakar and big adventure rallies all over the world, but travelling to them as well. He did a whole series called Races to Places, riding his bike to the race, racing on it, riding to the next one. Absolutely amazing series and a great story. So let's have a massive round of applause for Mr. Lyndon Poskitt. Lyndon, obviously you've done a lot of stuff racing in the desert, a lot of incredible riding, and the Husqvarna Norden has been a little bit of a baby of yours. You've worked with Husqvarna, you've been an ambassador for the bike. Yeah, what have you found moving from the rally bikes you used to race, jumping onto this stuff for adventure riding? What do you find you prefer about these bikes?
Yeah, it's obviously coming from the rally bike, which is like the ultimate. As everybody knows, for me it was the ultimate adventure bike. You know, I had a dream to make a rally bike into a travel bike with a big engine, and did it, and rode around on the world on it. You know, to be asked to be an ambassador for a brand like Husqvarna, like over 100 years old, prestigious brand. It was really tough because I am a KTM guy through and through. You know, I was orange if you cut me in half, and so it was really difficult for me. But at the end of the day, Husqvarna Motorcycles, sister company, all part of the same group. They make amazing dirt bikes, they make amazing rally bikes, and they brought out an amazing adventure bike, which I've now been riding for some 5 years since the very first time I threw my leg over it. And there's people that have ridden them and know them. They've come on a long way, so with the expedition model and everything. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's different to riding the rally bike, but I still have the rally bike and I still enjoy riding the rally bike. So, but yeah, I'm glad to be here on this bike, and yeah, looking forward to spin a few laps for you guys.
And before I let you go, obviously your rally bike, Basel bike, a famous bike that you built. You built a few replicas over the years, not many, they're quite exclusive, but you've actually got a competition to win one at the moment, haven't you?
That's right, yeah, so I built quite a few. So the very first bike that I built, I actually built in 2013 as a trial to see if it was good for travel and rally, and I did Mizuga Rally on it in 2013. And then a friend of mine said, I want to buy it, it's awesome. So I sold it, and then I built another bike, which was Basel bike. So Basel bike was number 2. And over the years since 2013, I built 34 and sold them to customers. But I managed to get the very first bike back, and I've written a book all about my travels and experiences around the world and racing as well, and Dakar, Malimoto and everything. And yeah, I plan to release the book in December, and to help fund that, I decided rather than sell this bike, I'm going to do a giveaway on it. So £10 a ticket, the bike's over on my stand if you want to take a look at it, and in December I'm going to make the draw and someone's going to get a really special Christmas present.
That would be fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for Lyndon Poskitt. Again, we could talk all day to this guy, he's got some incredible stories to tell us, but if you want to see more of him, go and find his stand. He's next to the massive, monstrous Dakar trucks over in the outer field there. Let's get him, we'll let him get his gloves on and get into the field for a spin and show us what he can do. We'll talk a little bit about the bike Lyndon's riding. It's the Husqvarna Norden. It's on the Expedition version, which is the one with the uprated suspension, which I'm sure he's going to use as much of that as possible today. So he's got the uprated suspension kit on it. Absolutely monstering through those logs, making light work of it. Let's give him a little bit of a run round. We're going to send him off to the bomb hole on the far end. But that bike he's riding he's literally picked it up off Husqvarna this weekend for a spin on. Stock bike, just with the Dunlop rally tyres on it. So again, just trying to look for a bit of grass. As you'll have known if you've ridden out there, grass is deceptively slippery, so it gives him that little bit more grip. And we talked a little about the electronics there. One of the important features on an adventure bike is having the ability to turn electronics on and off. So he's turned off, I was looking over his shoulder there, he's turned off the ABS on the rear tyre to give him that ability to skid and slide the bike around. He's also turned off the quick shifter. The quick shifter works fantastic on the road, especially in road boots. If anyone's ridden in motocross boots, anyone ridden in motocross boots for the first time this weekend? Few people. Could you change gear? Yeah? Ish, yeah. The first time you wear motocross boots is a big experience. They're a clumsy old thing to wear. And Lyndon actually, I noticed over his shoulder, he's turned the quick shifter off. Straight out of that bomb hole while I wasn't looking. Look at that. Let's give him a cheer as he comes back into the arena, ladies and gentlemen. Through the water splash at the bottom there, through those deep ruts, you can see they're almost up to the hubs of the wheels now. Flying up the bank on the far side. Back into the arena. Big skid, let's get Lyndon over the jump. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for Lyndon, hitting the jump from a completely awkward angle there. Mr. Lyndon Poskitt and the Husqvarna Norden. This is a man who's crossed over between the worlds of on and off-road. Can't park there, John. Can't park there. Let's have some noise for some smoking tyres. Lyndon, you madman. Are you stuck now? He's out. As we bring into the arena, it's James Hillier and the Cove 450. First question, James, what's better, road, the TT or the Dakar?
Oh, I get asked that a lot. TT, because I like the speed, but I like the challenge of the off-road Dakar is just the ultimate, and like to push myself, but you know, and it's a lot more punishing. TT is over pretty quick. It's hard, but over quite quick. But Dakar's long haul, sheer punishment.
The bike you're riding is the Cove 450 Rally. This isn't the one you did the Dakar on, but this bike has been making a lot of noise in the world. People have been really impressed by it, both as a trail bike and a race bike. How have you found jumping onto this bike and using it over long distance events?
Well, you know, I think everything from China has a certain stigma, but I can only say I'm impressed so far with this, and to finish the Dakar, and it wasn't the only Cove to finish Dakar, you know, it goes, that's no easy feat, so the proof is in the pudding there. It's, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit sceptical at the beginning, but as every day and every stage passed, I built confidence, and it got to the end, so you know, no one can take that away from it, and I don't think anyone can I think the other manufacturers are going to be sweating a little bit, because China's coming in all aspects, and you know, they're making good motorbikes which are enjoyable to ride at a decent price, so you can't really complain with that.
No, if you want to have a go on one of these, you've got some test rides running from the Cove stand, so go and check it out. It's an incredible bit of kit. James, we're going to get you into the arena now. We want to see you sending it around here. I know you're used to massive open spaces and deserts, but you'll have to make do with our little field. Please don't set fire to the logs. That would be really, really appreciated. Let's give him a round of applause, Mr. James Hillier on the Cove 450 Rally. So we're going to send James off onto the course now. So if you've not seen the Cove yet, they've got a really cool big turquoisey truck down the bottom end of the field there. It's well worth going and have a look around. James, we're going to get you into the arena now. We want to see you sending it around here. I know you're used to massive open spaces and deserts, but you'll have to make do with our little field. Please don't set fire to the logs. That would be really, really appreciated. Let's give him a round of applause, Mr. James Hillier on the Cove 450 Rally. So we're going to send James off onto the course now. So if you've not seen the Cove yet, they've got a really cool big turquoisey truck down the bottom end of the field there. They make an awesome noise when you put a loud exhaust on them, and they're phenomenally capable. It might not be the most practical day-to-day big road mileage. And also you can do that, so if you've got any humpback bridges on your way to work, it's the best commuting bike on earth. As I say, it's more of an enduro-derived bike, but people are finding they make a fabulous trail bike, and they feel special. With the race exhaust like that, they sound absolutely incredible. Let's give him a round of applause as he comes back into the arena with James Hillier on the Cove 450. Let's see what trouble he's going to cause in here. He's going to have a crack at the jump first. Nice big jump off the top there. Let's get him down onto the logs. They're still smouldering a little bit. Full lock U-turns on a cambered grass hill. And you can see he's using his body weight there, keeping the bike balanced, counterbalancing the weight of the bike with his feet on the foot pegs. Beautiful slow control. Up on the camber there. How many of you have dropped your bikes at slow speed in a car park? Come on, there's a lot of people not being honest out there. Go and see Stuart, get some coaching off him. Let's have a round of applause, Mr. Stuart Day!